Hi, you guys. This is Nina back again. Please like, share, and subscribe. I can be found on Twitter at LoveRadio44132. Also, don't forget to donate on Cash App. My tag is money symbol Nina44132. Without further delay, you guys, let's just get started. Now, I think everyone across the world at this point has seen and been touched by this god awful case that started a little over 2 weeks ago. And I myself has been following this case. I watched the final funeral today in Texas, and I cried most of the service. And it really saddens me that we're in 2020 and we still have these things going on, as far as all of these things that people used to say was not their problem, or it didn't happen, or spun it to fit a different narrative because there was no evidence to back it up. However, with the amount of video that has surfaced from beginning to end, unquestionably, these four guys right here on your screen are in jail, with the ringleader on the far left, Derek Chauvin, looking at the most severe charges. However, the other three seem to be trying to uh, skim away from their own responsibility in this case. And I decided to just come on here and share my thoughts on what is going on with these developments, because literally I was appalled at seeing what the one particular cop on the second to the left was asking for, Thomas Lane. Now, his lawyer has been making a few TV rounds, one of which I did have to play back a few times because I just was literally appalled at the fact that he was trying to garner sympathy in order to get the public to fund his get out of jail campaign. Yes, folks, I will put the link in the description. Thomas Lane, ex-police officer whom was implicitly involved in the murder of George Floyd, sent his lawyer on TV asking for public donations because they're mounting a sympathy defense where he's saying that he was fresh to the job. He did ask that Derek Chauvin get off of George Floyd. However, he was one of the police officers that was knelt on Floyd in a different angle, from a different video, from a different witness that witnessed this. So he was complicit to this murder. And the sad part about it is, this has not only went state to state to state, protests, marches, speeches, but this has gone worldwide. I think that at this point, everybody can recognize that even in 2020, the things that have been previously buried are not all buried anymore, because people have way more access to cell phones in which they can. And I would like to say personally, I am appalled and offended that this ex-police officer would dare ask the public for some type of GoFundMe in order to get out of jail or to mount his defense. I find it to be repulsive. And not only is it repulsive, but he literally asked for this money in between the second or third funeral of George Floyd, the person he helped kill. I mean, literally, are we really this disconnected from society? I cannot understand how someone could actively participate in the killing of this man after he said he cannot breathe. And then, boo hoo, after being in jail for a week, and now you want to make bail. I'm sorry to say that things just don't happen like that. His bail is $1 million. He's been charged, I believe, with third degree manslaughter and I believe assault. His bail is $1 million. And God forbid anyone donates half a nickel to his defense fund because, quite truthfully, this was the most appalling and hurtful, demonic, monstrous thing I've ever seen in my life. The way his life was taken from him and his family and his children, especially his 6-year-old daughter, that will probably see this being played out over and over and over again on the internet for the rest of their lives. And to sit up there so selfishly and ask the public to fund your defense and to get you out of jail, guess what? I don't think anybody's really gonna donate to that fund. And I'm trying to keep this as clean as possible. I am truly, truly offended by this whole situation. George Floyd is literally one of, if not thousands, of people, especially black men, that has been wronged by police and society, but yet this cop still don't understand that. The outrage, the videotape, and to shamelessly ask the public after a week in jail to help you fund your defense, or even asking the public for any money at any time for that matter, is inexcusable. It seems to just fly in the fact that you just killed somebody. It seems to fly in the fact that you stood on someone with your knee in their back while the other officer had his knee in his neck and the third officer had his knee in his legs while he was handcuffed, saying he can't breathe, asking for his mother, and you want to go crying because you've been in jail for a week. Well, I'm sorry. You know, it's just not going to happen. I understand, okay, you were 4 days on the job, but right is right and wrong is wrong. And the sad thing is that this man, Mr. George Floyd, is no longer here and will never come back. Today, he was finally buried next to his mother, and I'm sure at this point they are embracing in heaven. And I am sure that now he can breathe. And I want to see justice. I definitely want to see justice for George. I want to see justice for Armand. I want to see justice for Breonna Taylor. I want to see justice in these cases. I am glad that this was videotaped. I am glad that people saw what a lot of people in the black community has been talking about literally for the last 400 years, that other people have been, for the most part, ignoring. This time we will get justice. This time we will have laws changed. Thomas Lane, my words to you, instead of trying to make bail, you should just sit in jail where you belong. Those are my thoughts. Like, share, and subscribe. Share your opinion. Tell me if you have been a victim of police brutality. And like, share, and subscribe. George Floyd's life did matter.